Alrighty, hello and good morning. Or, I guess it's kind of getting closer to noonish. Either way, today's going to be a pretty short one, all things considered. Just because, yeah, I was actually hoping to start this earlier today, and that was just not going to happen. But, anywho, carrying on here. So, first of all, I'm not entirely sure how Greenwich got in this situation here. I think I forgot her shield somewhere else or something. I actually don't remember any of what's going on here right now. So not sure if I missed any chat yet, or if it's functioning properly. Hopefully it is. I guess we'll find that out. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a minute since since we were last looking at this team and everything else. Sorry it's been so long. There was a bit of a family trip of sorts, and I actually just noticed I forgot to turn this thing back on. Hang on. One sec, it's over here someplace. Hello there, Vale. See, chat's functioning just fine. Alright, good to know. Anyway, so there we go. Let's adjust this daily a tiny bit here. There we go. But yeah, so it's been, let's just say, an interesting time. Yeah, still feeling a little bit crappy. But yeah, uh, it's mostly a thing that I can't really do very much about. It was like one of these cases where we actually got sick about a week ago, and then it's just like, it just keeps coming up with new symptoms every day. Like, I kid you not, yesterday and the day before that, it was just like stabbing pains all over the place. Like, this is a disease, I guess, so that's always well and fun. But yeah, so today in particular managed to be a particularly fun one. Namely, last night at 1 a.m., I'm thinking everything's finally fine. Fever's all going away. Suddenly, it seems like cough's going away and all that kind of business. And then at 1 a.m., all nice and comfortable, there's just this wonderful smell that starts wafting through the room. And I'm thinking, like, okay, we have our window open. Maybe somebody took their dog out and they just did their business outside the window or something. It wouldn't be the first time. People are kind of dicks like that. They'll just go and sit right outside your window and it's like, hey, here, just do your business right here. Anywho, it doesn't seem that way right away. So, I'm thinking, okay, it'll go ahead and go away. It won't be a big deal. This continues on for a little bit. Like 20 minutes later, I'm thinking, okay, there's no way. I'm pretty sure my dog would have let me know or something. He's a good dog. He would probably have woken me up, or he would have done something. He wouldn't just go and do his business right there. Right by the door. That certainly wouldn't be like him. Well, it turns out, yeah, no, the dog had apparently decided, don't wake anyone up, don't whine or ask to go outside or anything. It's like, no, let me just take like the most horrible fluid brown river type situation wherever, just lay it all over the carpet. So that was a fun next couple hours. Let's just say that situation has not improved since then, but man, a lot of shampooing happened. Anywho, so all right, back on this note here. Sorry, I'm still kind of trying to remember exactly where all the pieces are on this board. So I know Elxanthus is well out of the fight. She can't exactly go participate too much on this end. She's just kind of... It seemed like she was solo clearing this area. As I recall, she had taken a guy out here, but I'm trying to remember whether she actually took the guy out or if I stopped just short of doing that. This area should be fine, I think, because nothing's really come out there. Mr. Vale was watching this end. There was one guy that went up this way, I recall. Yeah, he's right there. He's just knocked those guys out, though. So realistically, what I should do is leave him right there. This guy's going to come around. He's probably going to bust through the wall or something. He's going to take a few pew-pew shots at it. That'll wear down its defenses a little bit. And then once it's within some reasonable range, he could probably just go ahead and rocket it. Seems like a solid choice. I mean, right now, the thing is, they're knocked out. So, by the way, Mr. Vale, what do you think? Actually, let's let you make the call. We can potentially just launch a rocket right here. There's a pile of civilians that this guy's knocked unconscious. So if you launch a rocket right here and it nails dead on, which so far you have not missed any rocket shots, that would probably take him out through that wall. If that shot misses, you're probably taking these guys out, which would realistically just lower the score a little bit. But it wouldn't change our odds of winning the fight. If it goes this way, I mean, if it goes over here, you just vaporize yourself. If it kind of goes this way, it's a bit of a... Actually, no, wait, you've got... No, you've got HEs. Never mind, ignore that plan entirely. You've got HEs. Yeah, HEs would be like this whole area, so never mind. Call you the Rocketeer? You are the Rocketeer, look. It's in your... Wait, does it say? Well, if I click on this... You are the Rocketeer, you're like the only Rocketeer. Alright, screw it. We're doing this, I guess. Or... I mean, it's a basic green, though. What are the backfire odds of this? All I'm worried about is this right here. Because that fence might count as... Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, that fence is going to count as a blocker. Don't call you the Rocketeer? Okay, yeah, let's not vaporize all the civilians then. Okay, so yeah, this guy's probably going to go around this corner. You're just going to pop him with a pistol a few times, wear down his armor. I'm thinking like a dozen or so shots should put it down. You've got a backup battery for your gun to make that happen. Alright, Krieger's getting worn down over here. Green Witch... Let's see. She's potentially got the option of going and dealing with this, but then that tank would almost certainly end her. Yeah, Krieger's armor should be able to take it. He's got one of the better sets. So he's got Wolf on him. If I have her run up this way, or if I have her run back to pick up her shield, that might be a better way to go. Because, yeah, her shield's over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Yeah, if she picks up the shield, let's see. Probably what we could do, actually, is not do that at all. Let's see, if we put a bunch of smoke over this way, and then have her hide behind here, and that guy will run forward. He'll probably try to attack her, but try to get around the side. He'll probably get a scratch off on the armor, but it probably won't go into health or stun. This guy used a grenade, so he's going to spend his next turn reallocating his stuff, I think. He has to reload his weapon or something like that. So, that means if we put down smoke for this guy, that should combine with a dense smoke over here. It should make this really unlikely to hit. So hopefully that doesn't do anything too bad, and or just bounces off his shield. This guy probably will run off, because at this point he's in danger of being flanked by Cow. Let's see, Cow's got the carbine, so he can probably just, like, insta-shotgun this guy. What? Okay, he does have to run around this. I was checking for a second to see if the fence was down right here so that he'd be able just to go over it with a shield. Unfortunately, you can't, like, throw the shield over and climb over and that kind of thing. Or just surf over, that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, he's got a long way to go to actually support that situation, so probably just switching in the shotgun and having him handle it that way. That will be the way to go. He's still got a band-aid. Might as well just go ahead and patch himself up then. There we go. Anyway, Mr. Vale. So how's stuff been aside from the other stuff then? Doing alright? Feeling any better today? Let's go ahead and pull this thing out and try to take a couple shots, I think. Who's over here? Okay, Sungnif, I'm sorry, I completely forgot that you were there. You're probably dead now. You were just hiding behind the tree, I didn't even... Alright. Well, that was completely avoidable. And this is why you don't leave a Terra mission for 2 weeks and then come back to it. Alright, so this area is still covered in stun gas. It doesn't seem like he's really doing much over here, though. Yeah, I think I am just going to bring him over here. Because realistically, yeah, if he goes up here, then he can step out and he can just minigun this thing, and hopefully that should be at the end of it. Yeah, I can't open it right now. Roll dissolve editing. One to print out. Ashen will do a final check, but it's too big of a book to finish in time. One edition needs to be finalized tomorrow. Oh, crap! I'm sorry for all the delays in the last week. I meant to at least have the other notes I was working on done earlier. Sorry about that. Really should not have taken that long. Alright, let's get Elcor up here to help with this whole shooting type situation. Huh, not sure what's going on with my computer. It's being a little bit laggy at the moment. This thing has no reason to be laggy. But anyway, let's move over here. Just go ahead and make sure this area is all safe. I gotta say, these little plant rows in front of the house is always remind so much of UFO defense. It's like this. There was this one Terra mission that I was doing in UFO defense once that looked exactly like this. It was like literally like the Sky Ranger landed right here, and then they like if it was right over here, and then there was just like hedgerows and everything else, and then this guy tries to fire a rocket out of here, and then like blows this door open or blows this wall open. It's like it just results in this huge counterfire between both sides. It's kind of nuts. Let's see, a lot of help. 751 style things? Like, in terms of... Oh, no. Alright, new plan. Forget the pistols. Take this. Take this. Put this over here. You cannot fire that. That's fine. Put that away. Put this up here. Put this up here. And then hope Elcor... Yeah, Elcor's shield is good. This guy might run forward, probably chuck a smoke grenade or something. That guy is gonna need a stun gas, so we're gonna deal with that. Perfect position for him. Yeah, I forget. This is why I wasn't using the Humvee because Elcor's right there, or Sungnif's right there. Man, that feels so crappy. Was doing so well at avoiding like completely avoidable deaths up to this point, and then right there. All right. All right, put him in smoke. That's what I should have been doing all along. Actually, I was kind of hoping that would do the last 5 damage to knock them out so that they have a really good chance of recovering. But no such luck there. Alright, he's hiding. Got another pinky over there. That's fine. That's going to do no damage. Now, if that tank could go ahead and miss both of them and hit that Reaper, that'd be amazing. Alright, we've got one more Lizard. Got him doing HMG stuff. That's fine. That guy's just running around knocking everyone out. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Elcor onto guarding that doorway. Yeah, I guess that thing's just going to run forward. Weird. Okay. And we've still got another one in that house. Alright, so Sungnif is going to pass out, unfortunately. There's no way to avoid that. But yeah, fair warning here, this one's only going to be like an hour or so. So if we don't finish it, I'll try to pick it up later today. It's just, yeah, it's been a real doozy of a day. Oh, 7 wounds. Okay, well, actually, surprisingly, they can still recover. They've still got a chance here. Okay, so Cow, you've got your axe, or your shotgun, whichever one works here. So you need to run over here and just deal with this guy. Throw this down, throw this down. Ask him a question. It's like, I would go for the shotgun, but seriously. This thing is just so good. Why would I ever use anything else? It's almost depressing how good this axe is. So he's down. We're gonna put... Let's see. I don't know what kind of condition Cow is in bleeding-wise, but we're gonna put him up here. Alright, Krieger. He's in better shape. He's got his shotgun over here. He's got his pistol up here. Alright, sorry about that. Lots and lots of coughing. So one plan is to have Krieger run up and just shotgun shred the tank. Figure the best way to do that is to see if Slim Shady can go ahead and minigun it first. And then if he can, then we're probably in business there. Alright, so Shady, let's see, how much do you need to fire that thing? I think he needs like 60 or something. So 73. Yeah, he almost definitely won't have a way to fire it. If we just cover it in smoke and or fire, that shouldn't do anything though. Yeah, that's a 25% block. That is inexplicably a 0% block. Let's do that. Right, it resisted it, but who cares? That would probably do a ton of damage, but I need her to pick up that shield and just kind of sit and guard for a little while. So let's have her go pick up her shield again. We're probably going to have to let the tank do its thing for a little bit. But thankfully, now that it's put itself back in the open again, we can actually have the Humvee do some damage to it. Because that's about all that thing can do right now. Alright, Krieger, do you have an axe? No. Alright, I know for a fact pistols won't do anything. I'll probably put the shield down. Honestly, it's more of a hindrance than anything right now. Excellent. Alright, so it's still doing effective damage. Should have just left that pistol on the ground, actually. Because now I've got kind of an awkward situation with it. Alright, no, it still would save him from one more hit, so we're going to pick that up. It's going to waste all his TUs for the turn. He's going to use that time to run over here. That still leaves this guy in here. Sungnif, do you have any medication? Kind of. Alright, so let's see. They're going to take 21 unless they get some healing. Alzanthus is probably the closest healer, but they're way down here. And I need her to start sporting the other side anyway. What the hell are you doing? Alright. So she's going to have to go shoot her way through these hedgerows here next round, since she just wasted all of her points running around circles. Thank you for that feature. Let's see. I've got to know in the style of things that a fancy book needs. It also wants me to add a comma after so when it starts a sentence, but I always send him a message saying, so what about I just... Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some punishment or something for that. Alright, so you're going to go over here. You are going to give him the old crouch here. Guy's probably going to pop around the corner, do some stuff, and then run back, at which point you can rocket him. Mr. Elcor, you're going to sit here and watch this door. Because, again, that guy's just knocking dudes out. It's not going to affect us too much, because we can just, presumably we just resuscitate everyone after the fact. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, you go ahead and handle the smoke. Don't like this situation at all. But okay. Sungnif is going to patch herself a little bit. Should have had Krieger drop some of those med patches. Alright, if I can get her out of the way at least. Or maybe into some smoke or something. There we go. So hopefully the lizard won't decide to attack her in the back. It's a realistic possibility, but there's not really too much I can do there. Kinda screwed that up already. Alright. And then let's probably put Shady over here. There we go. Do they have direct line of sight? Yes. Okay. So I need to drop off some equipment, so they're hopefully not having any issues with that. So let's go ahead and drop the extra ammo, I think. And let's also drop some of these smokes and a frag. So that'll give him all of his TUs. Oh, son of a baconator, he's got... Okay, we've also got Pink Guy over here. We might have some locals that might be able to help the Pink Guy, though. Don't know. Let's see what happens. Please don't be anything terrible. Hi there, Evan. How am I feeling? Been on the crappy side, but how are you? Doing for a name change. So ended up interacting with a few artists who go on Twitch, so it'll be doing future projects. It made sense to go with something with Veil instead of angelic felines. Well, I mean, you never know. Sometimes you need it. Okay, then. Double okay, then. Okay, so, yeah, actually, Sungnif ended up doing something useful before passing out. Thank you, Sungnif. Hopefully you survive. And that guy's just confusedly going to stand there like, who the hell just wrecked my house? I was living here the whole time. But yeah, not feeling too great. That's why it's going to be a bit of a short one unless it's possible to follow up later. Because technically still got a whole bunch of work stuff to do, but I'll be honest, today has been an absolute literal crap show since 1 a.m., so it's been a party. Yeah, there goes Sungnif. As expected, there's still a chance they'll make it. It's just not super amazing. Alright, first order of business. I need to stop getting pressured by this tank. So can you please delete that problem for us? So the odds are pretty good. Alright, that is a lot of good numbers, but unfortunately not enough. Good side is, Krieger should be able to finish it off now. Unfortunately, we also need him to do other things. Anyway, its armor should be shredded, so even the pistol should be enough. We've got Pink Guy over here who just seems to be hiding for now. So I can probably have Greenwich go in there to deal with that. Mr. Cow here is still bleeding slowly. So let's have you do a little bit of stuff here. Let's have you run up. Go ahead and just shotgun this guy a little bit. Nice. Wow, that thing's really good, actually. I thought it was... Yeah, that's not what I thought it was at all. It's more of like a... More of an SMG, really. Anyway. Alright. It's the absolute Mudflows gel, just want us to say. Yeah, it... But yeah, so Evan had a bit of a gross story earlier, but yeah, long story short, it was like at 1 a.m., my dog that's usually well behaved and usually doesn't have issues, you know, letting us know when he has to do his business or something like that, randomly comes down with diarrhea, and instead of letting anyone know, he's like, you know what, it's fine, I'm just gonna go do this. It's like right where I am. No one will care. Oh no. Oh no. Right, so that's not good. That his armor is not gone at all. Alright, fantastic to know. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need more minigun on that. We still have some dude trying to sneak up over this way. Ideal is probably just to have her sneak down this way. It might even be the same guy. Yeah, there he is. Because whatever he does, like right now he's basically checkmated. If he goes to attack, her shield will take it, unless he's still got support from over here. Actually, let's put her... No, she's in a good spot because she's pretty much covered here. So if they decide to go for point blank, they're screwed. If they decide to go for cover, they've got a lot of stuff to shoot through. She's pretty safe. Mr. Vale, you're pretty alright here. I don't want to take that rocket shot, at least not yet. So instead I'm going to put both pistoliers right over here to just go deal with this thing. Yes, they are definitely resistant to pistols. Just don't question it. It's fine. There we go. His laser armor is broken. There we go. At least somewhat penetrated that time. Okay, so it's somewhat penetrated a few times. It's not exactly broken. Now, Mr. Local Guy, care to explain why a lizard got past you? Because I would like to know this information. So she's going to go ahead and patch herself up. Then she's going to go upstairs and deal with this guy. Alright, there we go. It's kind of falling apart, but hopefully it will not do so. Yeah, nothing for the Humvee to do. And away we go. Alright, that is a very dumb choice right there. Definitely won't say no to that. In fact, she can probably even go up and baton that guy. Sure. Why not? I mean, if anything, those guys are actually somewhat useful. Because then they get people out of the way. So they don't get in your way and get shot and all that kind of thing. Right, that's fine. He decided not to attack Slim Shady. That guy's got his gun back. Now, let's see. How to fight cats for control of the keyboard. Sounds like the dog caught whatever you have. White cats has nothing to do with the being... No, absolutely nothing. Part of the coalition for lizard people fairness. Well, unfortunately the CLF has caused a lot of problems for this little town. Whatever this... I guarantee you this town is probably just not a little town at all. I just probably insulted somebody's hometown. I don't even remember where this is, to be honest. That's usually how this goes. Unless it's one of the Soviet maps, you almost never remember where they actually are. Alright, please be the end of this tank. Thank you. Good. Yes, he basically managed to do like 50 damage in the entire time that he was there, but still, the fact that he was controlling everything was quite frustrating. Anyway, let's go ahead and capture this guy then, since he's definitely not doing anything important. Hello, sir. Would you like to come for a sleepover? Good stuff. We'll be glad to have you. These guys are going to continue dealing with this. Unless you can just vaporize him, that is. I mean, that's a thing you can do. Not very well, apparently. Or, I guess, perfectly, depending on who you're asking. Alright. And again, we could also capture one of these, but I think we already did that, so no, we don't need to do that. We'll try to capture one of the purple ones if we can. Alright. That did 71. I'm going to spread him out a little bit, because he's probably going to be tempted to use that grenade he's carrying around. Not this guy, the lizard guy that's behind them. I should probably be wary of him potentially sneaking around the buildings here. Let's see. Alzanthus. Please go ahead and remove the local lizard population. Alright, what the hell? You know, where did it come from? Was it... Alright, I have no idea where that thing came from then. Oh well, moving on. But yeah, I have no idea what the dogs caught. Like, for reference, when we were kind of out and about, our smaller dog had essentially caught what seemed like a pretty similar thing. So, long story short, you know, he was sick for a little bit. You know, gave him some rice, he got better. Like the usual, rice and ground turkey kind of thing. He gets better. The exact day he gets better. Like last night, you know, I was thinking, okay, everything's fine, you know. He's finally back to having full control of his, you know, faculties and all that. This morning, right after the other dog has this thing, like I finish, you know, power cleaning the carpet, finish, you know, cleaning up all the areas it sprayed to, finish taking care of all kinds of stuff all over the place from the last incident, and then I go over to the door, and it's just like a puddle of brown that has seeped into all of the little nooks and crevices of this little welcome mat. And it was just like, you know, I've been trying to figure out the source of that smell for about an hour now, and apparently the source of that smell is just everywhere. It's been, yeah. It's been very literally crappy. Anywho, whatever. It's at least fun to laugh about. So let's go ahead and get Mr. Bovine all the way home. Gonna put Krieger over with him, because I need him to be getting medicalized here. Man, I can't wait till we get those better shields. Alright, is he still bleeding? Yes. Because we're not losing our Mr. Cow. That would be unacceptable. He is our Mr. Cow, and no amount of death can have him. Alright, and there we go. Cow is back to normal, so we can have you facing this way. You continue beating the crap out of this lizard. See? We fairly disabled it with a bunch of stick whacks to the head. It was fair. He deserved it. You know, it was within his rights to be unconscious. At least he's not dead yet. So, yeah, there we go. Everyone wins. Just mostly not them. Alright, let's have you check the upstairs of this building. Because realistically, I'm going to need him to go mow down some entire buildings with his minigun. Just in case there's anything else up here. We've still probably got one guy over here. Still got some random helmet guy down this way. I'm almost tempted to say it's justified to maybe throw a gas over here. But first things first. Elcor needs to be going over this way. So he's going on a bit of a scouting mission. Because I need to know what's going on down in this direction. Alright, not going to set anything on fire just yet. She's going to be going down here, because there's definitely a lizard man around here somewhere. I mean, he took out this whole area. Where the hell is he? I know there's a flamethrower guy up here. Did he really make the throw from that distance, though, is the question? Alright, I guess we'll see. Yeah, okay, mud flow. Fine, fair enough. It's a mud flow. This is the horrible mud flow that was all over the dang place. I mean, thankfully the kiddos didn't get it, so that's at least nice. They've been all nice and happy and smiley and everything else all day today. So that's a blessing. But, yeah, just, like, all the... Well, actually, that being said, been pretty happy about the guinea pigs, too. Because, apparently they've just kind of taught themselves to be potty trained. Like, my wife comes with this tray thing a few weeks ago. She's like, you know what? If we put a bunch of stuff that smells like their litter in here, like, I think we can potty train them. And so, you know, that's what we did. Like, sure enough, now they're just potty trained. Apparently you can do that to guinea pigs. Who knew? I'm sure somebody that's an expert on guinea pigs knew. But I didn't know, so now I know. Alright, that thing will die eventually, I'm sure. Alright, Mr. Alcor, continue scouting, if you may. Alright, there's one Mr. Man, but it's not the same one from before. So he's going to go ahead and camp that area out. Yeah, there's no shots to be had there. So I'll just back you up real quick. Yeah, he'll probably run out, take a few shots on the shield. Probably get him with this Elenium grenade and all that kind of business, and then just run up and deal with him. Then we'll deal with Helmet Guy else at some other point. Alright. Nothing going on here yet. Nothing going on here. How friggin' tall is this building? And there's still more floors. And doors are still closed, so they're not here. Alright, beautiful. Because last time they spawned on just some random balcony, so we know that. So yeah, we know that there's definitely a flamethrower guy inside one of these buildings. Presumably this one. But just in case, we're going to go ahead and check these out. Make sure everything's all fine and dandy. Yeah, this place is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and have Krieger run down this way. Let's have you go in through here. These poor stairs. Man, that is the worst possible spot for him to stop. He's just going to get sniped in the back of the head. Alright, Green Witch is going to go down. I know there's a guy over here, so I'm going to have her go deal with that. Thing is, she's pretty ridiculous with that axe. So she's just basically going to go all Thor on some people. And then Elxanthus, you're going to double check this building, because I think you missed this guy. Yeah, there he is. That's what it was. Last time I had him completely cornered, and I thought, hey, I'm going to go around the wall. I'm just going to go deal with him. You know, he made a mistake, and then I just completely ignored him and ran away. Brilliant. Brilliant. But she's hiding in the shrubs, so nobody can see her. You know, it's like plus 50 stealth or whatever. Alright, that's going to accomplish absolutely nothing. Alright. I might be able to wrap this up, actually. Man, I hope for Xenonauts 2 they don't bring back trawler missions from Terror from the Deep. Because, like, I know they're trying to do a bunch of stuff, but man, that would be a surefire way to make absolutely everyone hate it. Though, apparently it's turning out really good so far. Just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Even though they put it back up for sale again. Also, hang on just a moment. Alright, and back for a moment. I'm gonna hold off on turning the camera back on until I know that calm has been achieved. But apparently we're going all Monty Python over there, Evan. Actually, speaking of dudes in armor, weird thing happened the other day. So we're going over to this art festival. You know, we originally, you know, everyone's feeling sick, thinking, okay, you know what? There's an art festival. Literally every time we try to do a thing where we try to go and, you know, go to some kind of community gathering, you know, all sicknesses get worse, everybody's all miserable, and we always regret going. Nice. I think it's fair to say that lizard's pretty well gone. There you go. He's off to Lizard Man Hell. Anywho, for some reason, you know, basically a bunch of relatives just call at the same time, like, oh man, this thing's gonna be so good. We should totally go to this thing. And so, you know, we'll get together and, you know, go to this art event, which consists of about 95% of just trying to find the rest of our group because people keep wandering off at random. But then, wait a minute, what? For a second, I thought that was just Sungnif coming back to life randomly. Anyway, So, just running around doing that whole trying to find all your relatives type situation. And yeah, go figure that the main ones that wanted us to go just like up and bailed halfway through. But the main thing was nobody mentioned. Wait, you said a shrub? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it at the moment. Not even I can't even blame cold medicine or anything. I'm just tired. Anyway, so oh, wow, there isn't even anything for him to shoot out of here. It's just a whole lot of nothing. All right, well, I mean, he might as well just park himself up here, I guess. If anything decides to come out of this building, he can just lay waste this entire freaking thing. Why not? Uh, so we're wandering around, and I keep wondering why the hell we keep seeing like fox girls everywhere, and like I kid you not, I saw the entirety of just like 20 people dressed up as the cast from Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, what the hell is going on with all these people? Like, I know it's a performing arts festival, but I don't think anyone's been making an opera out of Fire Emblem anytime recently. So, what's the deal there? And so I was talking to my friend about it, and apparently there was some kind of like Japanese artists expo or some kind of thing on the exact same day in the exact same town. Um, so yeah, it just like wound up being this whole thing where everybody that's there for seeing all the kids. Oh wait, I forgot about Mr. Vale. Well, that's fine then. His the Reaper can't even get past his armor. Um, so yeah, all the parents that came to see their kids get their face painted and stuff like that and do little arts and crafts were pretty understandably weirded out by all of the people that really should not be wearing spandex and cat outfits. like in I'm not even being mean there. In some cases, it seemed physically hurtful. Like it legitimately seemed unhealthy for that situation to be occurring. So I don't really know what the choice was there exactly, but you know, point being, point being, they didn't seem to really know what to make of it either. Let's just say it was interesting. Now let's turn you back around. Hopefully that thing still cannot get past your armor. And do we have eyes on Helmet Boy yet? No. Let's put you over here. This building's probably okay. Let's put you over here. I'm assuming this guy's going to be hiding over here someplace. That's open, but I know I saw dudes walking around there earlier. There was some fire from over here. They might have also taken out the lizard guy. It's unlikely, but if his armor was broken, then that would have taken him out. Spandex cat people? Yeah, I mean, I understand when, people are trying to pull off a look, but I mean this in the nicest way. When somebody is unhealthily large and decides that like full body fishnets in 90-degree weather and like ultra form fitting in a friggin' bikini that doesn't cover jack, like running around in public, like, and I do mean like running around, like it legitimately got a lot of weird looks everywhere they went. There were a lot of people in costumes that like pulled it off, but I mean like there were equally as many that it's like what's going on here kind of situation. Um, and I don't mean it in any way other than just like it just doesn't seem to be good for anyone involved. Let's put it that way. Like I'm pretty sure it caused folks to have negative opinions of them and what they were there to see and or celebrate. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure it could not have been comfortable for them either. So that's kind of the main thing I'm trying to say as far as it wasn't good for anyone there. Just, you know, does that make sense? Let's see, like lady who got kicked out of Golden Corral for wearing a crop top. No, I mean like legit. Like if you've seen, like take, like it. I would say fishnets, but it's more of like a screen, like just seriously like a screen door or something like that. It was like a really really fine thing of that, and just a person turned into a sausage with a bikini. except like it's really hot out, so they're sweating profusely, and like it, like this. Let's just say lots of stank, lots of what is going on there, lots of shininess, so everyone notices. And yeah. Um, Anywho, I will say that the Fire Emblem folks definitely seem to put a lot of work into their costumes. Um, Actually, there was an entire group of folks dressed as the cast from Inuyasha there too. It seemed to put a lot of work into their stuff. Gotta feel bad for the folks carrying around some of the heavier stuff, but I mean, whatever floats their boat, I suppose. Again, I don't really know why these things cause people to parade around in 90-degree weather. Seems like they could have maybe picked a shorter walking route, but whatever works, I guess. And I just walked her out of that building for no reason, because I am too busy talking about nothing. Alright, it's not your turn. You can't do anything. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I just don't want it to sound like... I know that there's a lot of, like, when folks judge folks on how they're looking and everything, but I mean, this was like... There were health decisions not taken into consideration that were going on pretty frequently. Let's put it that way. All right. Anyway, it does seem it's pretty quiet at this point. I just noticed I forgot to leave this on. There we go. Trying to do all these gestures and things to explain what I'm talking about. Wait, information panel. Wait, did they not do anything? Is that it? Huh. All right. Cool. Perfect. All right, Mr. Vale. I'm gonna need you to go this way. Presumably aim your rocket right there. Elcor, you go ahead and open this door for me next round. Because my plan, if and when it works, is open door, spot dude, then fire rocket at this vending machine. And then presumably, instead of Pepsi popping out, it'll be a nice refreshing can of go-to-sleep juice. And that should be all well and good. Okay, there's an unconscious guy. We know we're in the right building. Let's have Cow go around and make sure he's not behind this wall. Alright, no, he's not there. So you're going to go here. You're going to go here. Cow's got the best shield, so we'll put him right here. He's going to have to take point even though he's got no health left. Mr. Shady is still going to continue trying to figure out how to marathon his way down the stairs. This guy's going to have legs like tree trunks after all this. Krieger... Let's have you clearing out this way. Just make sure there's nothing left over here. I always kind of wish that whenever Terra missions ended, just had like a little screen that said like this went on for several more hours, and just like shows them clearing door to door. Let's see. Wasn't Dallas a few years ago in business when a horde of cosplayers were fighting each other inside the hotel? They had crazy big flails and axes. So like that kind of stuff is fun though. Like I can understand when they're doing that. Yeah, that stuff's always just, like fun to see happening and all that kind of thing. But I mean, when you legitimately wonder if this person's going to die, then yeah, maybe they need to rethink their costume a little bit. Alright, there we go. So we know where Helmet Boy is finally. Let's go ahead and make sure this building's all good to go aside from that. For sure the Reaper just cleared this all out. Make sure this roof's clear. So we'll have Elcor up here to provide all necessary visuals. And we'll have Mr. Vale going over here. There we go, we see him. We have the thing in our sights. Alright, no need to try to break his armor at all. So hopefully he'll just try to back up a little bit. In which case, hopefully we can have Elcor run up, get sights on him again, and then stun rocket him. Alright. Xanthus, you continue telling me what's going on over here. Hopefully nothing. Okay. Now, Mr. Cow. And this is why you went first. Thing is, now it's time for her to go. Because I don't know if he's going to fire again. Right. Now, if you're wondering why I went for that, well, basically it's just as simple as I can capture this guy, so I might as well. So he's probably going to go ahead and pop off for either of these. Their armor's pretty ballistic resistant, so I'm not too worried about him breaking through. If he does, she'll be able to take it. He'll be able to take it on his shield, so we should be all fine. There we go. See, just have a phobia of cat girls, well, then you would have had a dang near mental breakdown over there. Though it's pretty funny that my wife was looking around. She's like, I don't get what any of these fox girls have anything to do with anything to do with the opera or anything like that. It's like there's so many of them. Why are they everywhere? So you'd think they would have come up with more creative costumes. And as soon as my friend told me about the Japanese convention, I was like, oh, you know, they're not foxes. Well, they might be foxes. They might be cats. Who knows? But either way, there were a lot of them. Actually, the funny thing is, my wife kind of has a fear of foxes too. Not of cats, of foxes specifically. It's a long story. I'm not even going to get into that. It's not my place to share anyway. But sometimes you can have a fear of people dressed as foxes. And let's just say it's always justified. I mean, one thing I always found funny is that there used to be this community in Florida growing up that, like, my first kind of experience as to what exactly, that the whole community of, like, furries and all that was this thing on the news where a bunch of people got arrested for basically having an orgy in a park. Like, apparently there was, like, a choir group or something that was walking by and just, like, saw them and called the cops. I was like, yeah, that seems pretty fitting. Alright, I'm actually going to leave this shield on the ground. Or, no, I won't, I guess. Yes, I will. There we go. Because I'm pretty sure that guy over there is going to be the last one, and I want to make sure that everything's picked up when we leave. So there we go. You go ahead and try to knock him out. Alright, go ahead and drop your baton on the ground. Mr. Cat will take over for beating. Arms get tired. It happens. There you go. Mr. Cow, please continue with vigorous beatings of this lizard. Greatly appreciate your contribution. Alright, that is not the end of them. Somehow. Alright. So we're going to park you right here. Mr. Krieger, you're going to tell me what's going on up here. Like, they have to be holding up in this last building here. I'd assume, anyway. Unless there's something down this way. It's kind of just turning into some Resident Evil crap at this point. There we go. We gotcha. And in fact, we might as well try to capture you. Okay, he's gonna run away. We're gonna get Mr. Vale over here with that last stun rocket. Just capture everybody. It's like, oh yeah, they tried to terrorize the city. Like, oh, they just sort of showed up and just captured all the space aliens. We don't really know how it happened. Just apparently there was an author with a rocket launcher that just knocked everybody unconscious. Don't ask us how it happened. Alright. Let's pop this here, pop this here. this over here, put this over here, put this over here, put this over here. There we go. Now that you've wasted all your points, let's start heading that way. See, sort of like Jessica Fletcher, except instead of solving murders, they stop aliens with a rocket launcher. Yeah, kind of. I mean, who says you can't solve murders with a rocket launcher? There's no rule against it. I mean, if it stops it, right? That's how armor works. Yeah, this guy's not going to leave. He's just going to sit there. And it seems like he's got a heavy flamethrower, so he's just going to spray and pray. Unfortunately, they're AI, so they never have to reload, but your shield's just fine, so who cares? There's literally rules against it. They're called laws? Well, I mean, who says you can't put handcuffs in a rocket launcher? I mean, you got all your arrows and stuff that are apparently putting all kinds of boxing gloves onto little flying sticks. Seems believable to me. Alright. Alright, so now he's just hiding over there. That's fine. That's amazing. He literally can't run because there's a potted plant in the way. That's really something else. He's defeated by a shrub. Travels millions of miles from some space galaxy to go take over the planet. Can't deal with a household plant. It's almost as stupid as The Happening. Alright. Let's end this. Goodbye, Chuckle Bucket. He'll pass out. No worries. There's literally nothing he can do now. Check friggin' mate. Yeah, he's just gonna keep trying to do that. I'd be really surprised if he actually does manage to survive that now. Alright, let's just keep chucking stun grenades at him, I guess. That's got a realistic likeliness of doing absolutely nothing. So let's go here. You know, worst case scenario, we don't get this guy. We've already got like 3 other helmet guys, but there we go. He's down. Is that finally the end? Are we done now? Wait. I mean, what? Why does the U.S. government care if you put handcuffs in rocket launchers? If it works, right? I mean, they tried to take over Japan with flaming bats once. So, I think it's more of a guideline. Anyway. Man, I just love some of the absolutely just nonsense stories out of World War II. Just the completely insane stuff people tried. Like, yeah, let's try to burn down a town with bats. Oh wait, that didn't work. Let's make nuclear bombs now. Like, what the hell? What is this thought process? Oh well. Such is life, right? So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not in this building, because this guy's just hiding in the stairwell. We're gonna let him run by real quick, because I'm not sure if we actually get punished for knocking them unconscious. Right now our morale is actually not doing too hot, even though we're clearly winning this. Although, I kid you not, I've had situations in UFO defense where I've gotten this far, and then just the very last enemy completely squad wiped everybody. So, can't really say it's over till it's over. I mean, granted, these guys are way better equipped, but still. Like, it was one of these cases where I was really proud of this one early terror mission that came in, because I managed to do it with just ballistic stuff, and we managed to beat a bunch of cyber discs with just rifles and things like that. It's like, oh man, this is going great, and then just like one sectoid is just there, just friggin' sniping everybody. It was like just the John Wick of sectoids. You just would not die. Hyper kept shooting at him, everything kept missing. He just like kept popping out his little pistol, just like, yeah, bang, dead, just, like, just snipes one guy across the map through through the wheels of the Sky Ranger, through heavy smoke. Like, wow, this guy is just full of cheats. It's kind of amazing. Here, let me go save it first of all, because I noticed I haven't done that in a while. Like ages now, actually. All right. So I guess it's just that one building left. Has to be. Alright, nothing on that second floor. You're waiting. This area seems to be fine. See if they pop out of anywhere, see what that guy does. He's running away. So there's a small possibility something's up there. See, if these were xenomorphs, then we'd have to worry about which one of them are going to turn into facehuggers and stuff like that, but... Alright, so nothing here. Has to be this building, then. Alright, Mr. Vale with all your crazy armor. You get in there. Alright, there's door opening. Yeah, this place is all eerie and empty. Kind of reminding me of Parasite Eve. Like the museum bit where you go back after it's all empty. It's like, oh man. Well, I guess it's always empty, isn't it? Like it's always empty, but just like the return to the museum is one of the coolest parts of that game. Love it. Kind of wish they didn't ruin Parasite Eve. It was cool while it lasted. For exactly one game. And I guess that one that was kind of alright, but had nothing to do with the first game. But then that second one, which we're just not going to mention existing at all. Alright, come on. I know he's out here. Anyway, one sec. Alright, back for just a moment. We're probably going to have to be wrapping up pretty soon here. Alright, so he's going to go look through this office. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Alright. She already looked through up there. There was nothing. So we just look down this way. This guy has to be up here. Has to be, right? So, what the hell? Where are they? They better not have spawned on this roof or some crap. Alright. Throw away that stun baton. You don't need it. Like, unless it randomly counts this guy up here. Like the crazy hologram situation. Yeah, I guess best answer right now is just have everyone run around at random until they run into something. Like, they've all got enough armor to at least take one hit, so... But the only way they wouldn't have run into anything is if they literally are just on the roof. And that happened last time, so it's definitely worth doing that. Alright, to the roof you go. Yes, I know, I shouldn't be doing everything solo, but it's fine. It's fine. For the moment, anyway. Everything is alright for tonight and all that kind of business. Alright, you go ahead and run through this fruit stand again, because it's amazing and you love fruit, I guess. You go ahead and check out these woods. Why not? You go over here. I mean, look through these houses again, since they've definitely not been a nightmare for you. You run around the center, see if there's anything hiding over here in the holes. And then Mr. Krieger... Yeah, I don't know. All I can think of is they just had like a tank spawn on the roof or some crap. Because there's just nothing anywhere. Nobody's attacking, nobody's doing anything. I'm almost wondering if I should reach out to Sharon and ask if there's a like a console command to just win. Because I would have figured we would have run into stuff already. Alright, nothing here. In this area, there's nothing that's been firing out of this. There's nothing that seemed to be here. No, there's still... Yeah, there's definitely a turn. So they're moving, they're adjusting. They gotta be somewhere. I know they can't reclose doors. That'd be the thing that would be a game changer here. They gotta be on the roof. I know Sharon mentioned that there's some stuff that's experimental in this version. And if they can suddenly close doors, that'd be, you know, kind of a game changer for the genre, but kind of doubt that's what's going on here. It's like playing a game of Minesweeper, but really, really wanting to run into that mine so that you can go punch it. Yeah, we already checked out this area. But we were never able to get higher than this. Okay, well, there we go, found him. Took forever. Now, who was that? Mr. Vale, congratulations on being the one to get shot in the face. Your prize is to beat this guy with a stick, I guess. Because, yeah, that took nothing off your shield, and your baton's at full charge, so... Beating commences! Yay! Now, where's Alzanthus? That's not the one I needed. Where's Green Witch? There we go. Yeah, nobody spawned on the roof. I love that he waited up until we actually got to the roof to let us know he wasn't on the roof. Alright, now, in case he decides to run away, your friend over here is going to come over to help you with Solid Snake Man over here. Actually, that's not Elcor, that's Alzanthus. Whatever. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those shots just bouncing off that shiny armor. Because it's really good. That's why I gave the better members of the team that stuff. See? Did we win? Good. Unfortunately, Sungnif is dead. We did get their chief. Let's see here. We got their weapon sergeant, we got their medic, we got their terror operator, bunch of other stuff. Yeah, we got their chief. That's the only new research we got out of it. Mr. Vale, you are now a colonel. Has he never had to deal with these sorts of things? Well, I mean, stuff's different over here, you know? Also, wow, that was really only 21 of them? Yeah, thought it was more than that. Anyway, so Elzanth is out for a day. Elcor is doing fine. Mr. Vale with that crazy accuracy boost. Holy crap, 11%. So that's just insanity. Mr. Pro Cow got the Order of Merit here for 10 kills and got a Crimson Heart for getting a serious wound. So he's going to be out for a week because he got everything blown off. And yeah, only one casualty. Unfortunately, it was one of our Sergeant Gunners, but oh well, such is life. All things considered, we didn't do too badly there. Yeah, countless lives saved from, those 20 lizards. Wait, is that seriously all we have? At 48 grand? Ugh, not gonna be able to pay space rent. But yeah, just to show you, Mr. Vale, see? You specifically had a role made for you called Rocketeer before you even asked. Also, apparently you got, like, kind of douchey sunglasses, but whatever. Let's take that away, load this up with stun rockets, as it should be. Because we gotta redo this stuff every time. But yeah, I have to get going. I gotta go get some stuff done. In fact, we're gonna go replace... No, we're not gonna replace that yet. You got 2 heavies, 2 stuns. So that all works. Yeah, I gotta get going for the moment. Realistically, I don't know how I'm gonna get anything else done today, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and continue on with this whole stream ideally in like an hour or so. So, see you guys soon. Take care, and have a good one.